Once upon a time, in a bustling town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a poor beggar named Elias. His clothes were tattered and worn, and his face bore the lines of hardship and struggle. Yet, in his deep-set brown eyes sparkled a glimmer of hope and kindness, traits that caught the attention of those who passed him by. Each day, Elias positioned himself on the cobblestone streets outside the grand marketplace, a vibrant hub where townsfolk gathered to exchange goods and stories. Though life had not been kind to him, Elias had an open heart and would often share warm smiles and words of encouragement with everyone who stopped to speak. He would listen eagerly to their tales of joy and sorrow, finding solace in their company. One cold morning, as winter's chill began to seep into the air, a woman named Clara approached Elias. She was an artist, struggling to make a living selling her paintings. The townsfolk adored her work, but their pockets were tight, leaving Clara with barely enough to eat. Sensing her despair, Elias offered her the little money he had, a few worn coins given freely from a compassionate heart. Clara was taken aback. No one had ever been so generous to her.
"Why do you give me your last coins?"
she asked.
"Because, dear friend, I believe in the beauty of the world, and I see it reflected in your art. You must keep creating,"
Elias replied gently. Her heart warmed at his words, and from that day on, Clara began to bring him small paintings in return for his kindness. Each canvas was filled with bursts of color that danced with joy, drawing the eye and lifting the spirit. As she painted, she shared stories of her life, and together they dreamed of brighter days. Days turned to weeks, and spring began to soften the harshness of winter. Clara's art gained popularity, and soon she was able to sell enough pieces to afford a modest home. She never forgot Elias, often bringing him food and inviting him to join her for tea. Their bond blossomed into a beautiful friendship, transcending the barriers of wealth and circumstance. Meanwhile, inspired by Clara's determination, Elias found ways to contribute to the community. He began organizing gatherings at the marketplace, where townsfolk would share stories, music, and art. Everyone came to treasure these evenings, and the community grew stronger. Families, strangers, and even the local merchants began to see him not as a beggar, but as a beacon of hope and connection. One fateful afternoon, Clara organized an art exhibition dedicated to Elias. She invited everyone who had ever crossed paths with him to celebrate the spirit he had ignited in the town. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a colorful array of paintings hung for all to admire, each reflecting Elias's impact on their lives. At the center stood Elias, beaming with pride and love, surrounded by friends who had once been mere acquaintances. As dusk settled in, Clara stood beside him, her voice steady.
Elias taught us that kindness is the greatest currency of all. His heart created a tapestry of community that will last forever. Let us remember to give as he has given, even when we have little, for love knows no bounds.
That night, something changed in the town. People began to share more, not just material goods, but stories, laughter, and kindness. With every kindness returned, a ripple of unity spread, transforming lives. And as for Elias, his days lost the sting of loneliness. He had become a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in the face of hardship, one could touch lives and inspire change. In the heart of the town, the beggar's story turned into a legend, one of hope, friendship, and the profound connections that can blossom between souls, no matter their circumstances. And though Elias remained without riches, he became immeasurably wealthy in all that truly mattered: love, friendship, and a community that thrived together.